Welcome back, guys. Harry here, known as Trade Sharp, and we have a very interesting video here because I think there's a lot of things firing off on the charts here. Ethereum is very interesting, Bitcoin is also very interesting, and I think this is showing rotations of the markets. I definitely do think there are some stuff we need to cover today, so be sure to like and subscribe as always, and I'll keep you updated on these charts. Sorry for that. And we're gonna look at what I think the market is gonna go into and what I think is happening, right? So you know, technical analysis, it's very simple stuff, right? You guys have to understand market structure. So in market structure here, we have, what do we have? We have a support, we have a resistance. Price tests a resistance, it rejects, right? It's simple to see that, all right? Price breaks above and closes above a resistance. Look left, clean candles to fill. Price will test its next resistance, right? And this is how price action works, yeah? We might have some levels here in the past that have caused price trouble to pass that area. We can see here many wick rejections, high chance when we do reach that area we will find some trouble. So now what am I looking at? Well, we have tested the bottom side of the range, we have got the continuation, but what have we not got? We have not got a closure, right? So coming down to a 4 hour here, we can see that we have this wick here. Oops, just let me come back. And we can see we have this wick here on the 4 hour, right? And we tested the bottom side of the range and now popping up here. What do I think is happening? Well, what did I just say? We are in a range, yeah? I do think we do have some more downside. We're coming in here, but we are catching, some sort of regression here. It does look like, I do think based on the higher time frames, that we do have some more selling pressure. I think this day can possibly see a wick fill coming down to fill this wick, and if we do get the closure below, then I am looking for that $50,000 target to be hit, and I do think that that will be a great opportunity. And looking at the 2 day here, we're still putting in, we did put some upward structure here, but look, structure will flip again below here. So we're developing some structure on the lower time frames here, and if we do close below that 53,000 pivot, which I'll probably move this down here, it's more clear on the 2 day, then yeah, I do see price driving down to that 50,000. And what's even more interesting is if I bring the Bollinger Bands here, we can see that uh, where we are, yeah, on our bi-monthly Bollinger Band. If I come back to, I need 2 months, 2 months. Where's my 2 months? Okay, I have to add this, guys. Sorry, months, months, two. Good. So if we look at the bi-monthly here, like so, why is that not showing Bollinger Band for bi-monthly? Interesting. Don't know why that charts. Yeah, sweet. So if we look at the bi-monthly, the topside Bollinger Band is coming in at 49,000, right? So that's interesting to see the confluence there. Looking at just the monthly itself, I think we've already tested it. Yep, and we have, right? So, normally if we look in the past, right, on the bi-monthly, we can see that in the past we've almost every time tested the topside Bollinger Band, and either, I do think that we maybe do get a backfill or at least come down and test it, because I don't think price can drive it up. It's not ready. It's what the market is looking like at the moment, right? So jumping back here, closing this back up, jumping on the lower time frames, I do think we do get, one of those downwards movements, and I do think it takes some time. I don't think we're just going to move down today or tomorrow. I think this is, something that's going to take some time to play out. I think we're still range bound. I think this is the rotation of the market. I mean, the reason why we did have a dump last night is traditional markets also did have a very aggressive pullback here, as you can see, and that is one of the reasons we had that pullback. Now, this will take time, and I do think we will spend some time once we come down in this massive range, and then we're gonna keep, get going. And I do think if we can hold this, 49, $50,000 area, then that would be a great opportunity, because looking at very high time frames, 3 days, stuff like that, you can see that that is just simply a range, right? Here's your, remove this, here's your low, here's your high of the range. We range in between and we bounce and continue up and onwards, right? And if we bring back Stokes and we look at this trend line going on for a long time, that I was showing you guys, we can see that we've not tested that properly, right? And this is what I was saying, and this is what I think might happen, is that we get that turnaround, yeah? Is that we come up, We came down here, we get here, and look, now we're crossing down, right? 3-day Stokes coming down. If 3-day Stokes want to drive, touch this level, and then get going, check this out, right? So if I remove those drawings, look where we're coming in, 9th of September, right? That's the last low, and then 13th of March. We all know what happened 13th of March. You know, we had the pandemic go on, and then look, September, what happened during September? Well, if I bring back the charts here, and you guys have a look at September, we did something very similar. We had a dump, and then we had that sideways consolidation for a long while before, boom, exploding out of that. And I think that's something similar to what we're going to see now, right? We're having a dump. Here's that big dump that we saw. Here's the sideways and down consolidation, and then boom, you know, you get your one, and then it starts popping out from there, right? We get the dump, we get one more dump. Here's that one more dump, and then boom, it continues up. And I think that that's that blip, touch this trend line, continue up and onwards. So just let's have a look at Ethereum, because Ethereum is also very, very, very interesting at the moment. So Ethereum, I'm not bearish on Ethereum here. Ethereum is looking great. Daily is looking perfect as well. And what do we notice on Ethereum? Well, we can see volume is dying down. Candle bodies are smaller, which means there's not much volume for price to continue up and onwards. So that tells me that we're going to go into a range and probably some downside. If Bitcoin does, and look how perfectly we have this range. I haven't changed my line, so we've caught this range now twice. And we can see here that obviously if price was to close below this area here of 3850, we could see a move all the way down to 3570. And I do think that that's also a major basing area for Ethereum. I do think that Ethereum needs to cool off, bases around here, and then I do think it has one last push, and that push I do think will go deep into the, and probably into like about 4,800 or these areas here, before we see Bitcoin really take the reins and continue up. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because of Bitcoin dominance, right? We can see Bitcoin dominance has absolutely been thrashed here, and I don't think the daily is wrong here. This is looking really weird with that wick there, because normally, no, yeah, this is looking something wrong with TradingView, but I don't think the dominance can just start shooting up now. Now, we do have this area here is a very good basing area, around 40%, which means we have 5% to go down. But I'm not seeing an alt season that I used to see. I'm seeing a, smart, it's just really weird to see dominance drop like this. And I mean, if you guys remember September, when you just close your eyes, throw a dart at the wall, and things would happen, So I do think on Ethereum here that, we do have a downside, and I do see that 3.6 as a great basing area. If we do get the closure, there's very clear signal on the lower time frames, but I do think that comes in confluence with Bitcoin also closing below its range. And, I think that's how the market's going to play out. If not, we're just going to see some really boring sideways consolidation, which is expected, guys. Look at the move we made. That's a massive move, right? We popped up here all the way to $4,000, guys. This is insane for Ethereum. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much what I have to say. Take care, trade sharp, and until next time.